Not London forever.
Be fast.
Not London
Be fast.
forever.
Be fast. As they've gone out in the second round.
Not
They,
London
they
forever.
as they've gone out in the second round. We will
We
not
are
hear
unbeaten
words.
at home. We are unbeaten at home. We are unbeaten at home. They lost.
I don't know what happened to today. The sun didn't shine on the Emirates. That's what
Not
happened.
London forever.
Today the sun did not shine on the Emirates.
I'm
To
tired
be
of
honest.
I'm tired of beefing Arsenal fans. I give up. It's fine.
Why?
I won't beef them. I won't beef them again. Because I just think honestly they have to be one of the most delusional fan base, to be honest. Like,
Okay. Why do you say that?
how do you think that PSG will not be a very difficult side in this Champions League? You know, I
Yeah.
knew coming into this game that the chances of Arsenal winning this game was very slim. PSG is not Real Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team. Real Madrid is not a team. Real Madrid is just a bunch of guys that are playing
Mm.
11v11. They are just good
Okay.
guys that can play football that are just coming together to play. They are not a
Okay.
team. PSG they
Mm.
are the best passing team in Europe right now.
Mm. Mm.
Well coordinated, well structured. They always have a plan. The way they attack with their fullbacks is unlike we've seen.
Mm-hmm. You see, the game was a bit to me. It was just a bit weird.
Weird in what sense?
It was weird because that's there are a couple of things we need to look to understand this game. You don't look at it in the way I look at because the way I like to analyze the full game to understand what happened. Why did they lose?
So why did they
Firstly,
lose?
firstly, they were desperate to get a goal.
Okay.
Arsenal wanted to get ahead quickly, right?
Okay.
Which is kind of like they moved away from the attitude and mentality from Real Madrid. In the Real Madrid game and the games before, they kind of like they wanted to keep everywhere secure first. When they have the opportunity, they score.
But how do you keep everywhere secure when you don't have Thomas Partey, you don't
Yeah,
have
so what I'm
Gabriel?
so I'm coming to that.
Okay.
It's a lot of things that happened, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that's the
get
first
there.
thing. Now, if you everybody goes forward in that way. Now, I mentioned this and I said, I don't know if I've said it before, but without Tom, I mentioned it like I said, Thomas Partey and Declan Rice together in that midfield. If there's any breakaway, Thomas Partey is the one that single-handedly mops up all the issues the Arsenal has.
So because
Right?
Partey wasn't around, they
No, no,
lost.
no. That no, no, no. I'm not saying that, but that see, if Partey was around, there's a high probability that maybe that first goal could have been prevented.
I doubt it
Eh,
though.
eh,
I
Let's just throw
doubt
this.
it.
Let's throw it
I
out
feel
there.
that is a reach. I feel that is a reach.
Okay, but
That
okay. Let
first
me
goal
let
was a
wait,
very good
wait
goal.
now. I know, but look at it. They made 26 passes before they scored the first goal.
Okay.
26.
Okay. Because
26.
I
Do you know
already
what that
told you
means?
they are the best passing team in
Yeah.
Europe.
So no,
They are
that's
the
what I'm
best passing
saying.
team in Europe.
That's
It's
what I'm
possible for them
saying.
to make 26
You
passes.
have 26. So the thing is, the way I look as a coach, I will allow you make 26 passes in my house.
There was
Do you
nothing
get what
Arsenal could have done about it.
is going back to one key thing? There's nobody there. You see that Thomas Partey today. Arteta has he's never given Thomas Partey the credit he deserves. He's never. In fact, before this season, he wanted to sell him. Right? He wanted to sell Thomas Partey. After the game, they asked him the same question. Do you think Thomas Partey had a huge influence on this game? Because it was clear that they were missing him. Everybody could see it. The game was just, I don't know, it was just so scrappy and I don't know. I was just like, what am I watching?
But that's how Arsenal wanted to play this game. They
No,
wanted to
but
play it all these set piece,
no, but
stop and start, stop and start, stop and
God, it
start.
was
That's
horrible.
But
Do you get?
stop and start worked against Madrid. So doing
Then
it again
they
against
were not
PSG
even
does not
doing
seem
it
weird.
properly. They were not. That's the thing I'm telling you. They were not doing it properly. Now you now talk of the next thing that really pissed me off was, okay, you've conceded.
Mm-hmm.
You are in the Emirates. The
Mm-hmm.
fans, it was as if they became dumb. They could not talk. It was PSG fans we were hearing with their drums. And
But
everybody.
that's on the Arsenal fans, right?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
It's on the Arsenal
Like you're in
fans.
the Emirates, Ateta, if you see sometimes in the game, he was trying to leave the fans. Like, it's your house, it's a semi-final.
Can you understand how the fans will feel coming into a game, having so much expectation that we beat Madrid, we are
Yeah.
going to beat PSG, only to go down
But
4 minutes into the game
it's
because
football.
they considered 4 minutes into the game. Of
I
course, the fans will start, Arsenal fans, they will start losing hope, feeling
I know, but
scared.
you see that's the thing about football.
Mm-hmm.
You must respect your opponent.
Okay,
You have to respect your opponent properly. Don't just say, "Oh, we're better than them, so we must beat them." No.
but that was the feeling.
Yeah, so that's it. That's disrespect, right? And PSG to me, they had the better chances. They were better. I know people will say, "Oh, there was upside millimeters." This, if Thomas Partey was around, probably Merino could have been up front. They could have had a better presence up front,
Okay.
right? You
Mm-hmm.
talk about Marquinhos. His name is Marquinhos, right?
Yeah, the defender, right?
Marquinhos was just Trossard was the one playing nine. Tro-
Yes, I think
yeah, Ma-
Trossard
yeah, it
Martinelli.
was
Yeah,
Trossard
it's Trossard. Yeah.
trying to mix it, but Marquinhos was just having a field day. There was no physical. How do I say it now? Um, you just see a fly going around. Just that's how Marquinhos and Trossard Trossard was non-existent.
But Trossard had
Saka,
chances. He didn't score.
he had chances he could not score, but at the
Arsenal
end
had
of
a lot of chances, but Donnarumma was solid.
yeah, so that's the last part we need to talk about now.
So
Donnarumma.
yeah, it was solid.
Donnarumma. But this PSG story, it reminds me of a team that wears red that went out in the second round of this competition. Right? So this team, by saying a story, this team that wear red, they went to somebody else's house and they won 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
And their keeper was outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Only for them to go to the next leg, second leg, and they came out.
So are you saying history is about to repeat itself?
It
But
might
with
repeat
PSG.
itself. So now, that's the thing I'm saying now.
Okay.
PSG did the same thing that is happening to Arsenal now.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened to them. They did it to Liverpool where they lost at home, first leg.
Mm-hmm.
They came and they played their hearts out. This game is just half time. And
Okay.
you know why I like Luis Enrique?
Mm-hmm.
He said, what happened today is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What happened today is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The second leg is going to be extremely hard because what Arsenal is going to put towards us is going to be extremely hard. But I'm hoping our fans can help us.
Okay, let's go into the predictions for the second leg then. Let's go into predictions since we started talking about it. What are your predictions going into Paris?
To be honest, if Arsenal comes, they play the same way they played, not come with their shooting boot, their scoring boot, their football boots, football mentality,
Mm-hmm.
football thinking.
It's simple. Would Arsenal win in PSG's house? Yes or no?
Partey is going to be around in the second leg,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Would that make
I'm
a
hoping,
difference?
I'm hoping he can take it to penalties. That's my hope. But it's a huge thing to ask in Paris, and in Paris it will be the most difficult task of Arteta's coaching career. The next leg.
I don't think Arsenal would win in Paris.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's going to be Arteta's most difficult task as a manager.
I actually feel that Arsenal
right?
will concede two more goals in Paris. That's my prediction. Arsenal will leave this
Not
competition total 3 goals in aggregate.
no, I don't think
That is
so.
how that game will end. I do. Let me tell you something.
I don't think
PSG could have listen. No, PSG could have won
PSG
this
had a
game
chance,
3-0.
Bakola had a
They could have
chance.
won this game 3-0.
Yeah, but
Bakola had a clear chance at goal,
they
did not score.
and that's what
Gonza,
I'm mm,
Ramos
had a
had
chance
a
to.
chance,
Yeah,
right? That he
yeah,
poked with his leg, he did not score.
yeah.
I'm telling you, Arsenal can never win in Paris. It is not possible.
I don't
They
rule them
cannot
out.
win in Paris.
I don't
They cannot win in Paris.
I don't rule them out. I
I
feel they
actually
have a
ruled them out.
chance. They
This
have a
game, yes,
chance.
yes, this game was quite even,
Yeah,
and there's not a back and forth end to end. But
yeah.
at the end of the day, Paris Saint-Germain, they were the better team.
They were better
They were the better
actually.
team to me. Dembele's
They were
goal
better.
was
But
good,
Dembele is not around. He might not be around. He's injured, right?
but the team doesn't. That's the thing. The thing about this Paris team is they don't need Dembele.
They don't
There's
depend
no
on one
one
player.
person they depend on. You know, the PSG we used to know when Mbappe was there, it almost felt like they were depending
Mm.
on Mbappe. Mbappe was that guy, the star. Who is the star man now in PSG? Who? Hakimi, Dembele. Like they seem pretty. Everybody seems like they're on the same level. They are the most complete team right now in Europe, and that has to be either after
Ah,
Liverpool or before
mm.
Liverpool comes after PSG.
To me,
They're such a good
I
team.
feel the tie is still open.
They're a really good team.
I
The
feel the
best
tie.
passing team in Europe.
I
They
feel
can score.
the tie is open.
So many avenues for goals. Hakimi can
Yeah.
score. Mendes can score. Dembele
I
can score.
I feel the
Cavastelia can score.
I feel
Vitinha can score.
the tie
Yeah,
is still very opened,
this is impossible. It
right?
is impossible. Like to me, it is impossible. Arsenal cannot win
I'm
in
not ruling
Paris.
Arsenal out at all.
Even if Partey was in this game,
Yeah.
what difference would Partey have really made?
But it
What
would have been a
difference?
lot of difference. A
It
lot.
got to it got to a point towards the end of
A
the first
lot.
half. It got
See,
to a
if
point towards
Partey
the
was
end of the first
around,
half.
if
It got,
Partey was around,
Mhm.
PSG will not make 26 passes.
It got to a point towards the end of the first half that
Yeah.
Arsenal were pressing PSG. They had the momentum. I thought Arsenal they were going to score. Eventually, even the beginning of the second half, Merino scored. The
Offside.
the whole stop and start everything. They tried everything. There was
Yeah.
nothing that Arsenal tried against Madrid that they did not try today against PSG in their house with home advantage, and they still could not win. And you're telling me just because of Thomas Partey? I really doubt that.
We'll see. We'll see what happens because Thomas Partey is going to be around, then Dembele is going to be missing.
Mhm,
Today, Dembele was made the difference. Like you said, Paris Saint-Germain, they had chances. They
mhm.
could not talk away the goal.
Yes.
They could not score that second goal, right? They had
Mhm,
chances. Now, Dembele had a chance, he scored,
mhm.
right? He might not be around. That's a might
Okay.
because he has an
Mhm,
injury, right?
mhm.
Now, next leg, Thomas Partey is going to be around and Merino would play up front.
Okay.
Do you get?
Mhm.
That gives them a better option. Merino is not a striker,
Mhm.
but it feels like Merino even knows how to score than all the people apart from Saka, anyways. All the
Mhm.
people they've tried as nine, he has better finishing chances.
I don't
No,
know.
he's better.
I don't know. The key
His
person
conversion, if you
to
compare the
me,
conversion of Merino and Kai Havertz, he has more than Kai Havertz
fair,
as a striker.
fair, but I think the key person that really makes a difference in Arsenal's team is actually Saka. I feel like Saka is the person that really drives things for Arsenal. I'm telling you. Think about it. Think about Madrid. Think about
It's
it's
not
me.
just going to be Saka,
Most of
right?
Arsenal's creativity comes from Saka. I'm telling you. It
So
comes from Saka. Like
in
today,
the
Saka almost scored today, right? But somebody was
yes, but
offside.
I know, but in the Real Madrid game, Declan
Saka
Rice
won,
was more outstanding.
but Saka got two free kicks, right? And those two free kicks got
Who
converted by
scored?
Declan Rice.
Yeah. So what are we
No, but
saying?
I'm talking about We're talking about creativity, right? We're talking about like build up play.
Yeah,
Saka is
but
essential to Arsenal's build up play. If you remove
no,
Saka from that build up
but the
play,
thing is
his
that
build up play
PSG
doesn't
had two
exist.
people on the wings. PSG had two people always.
Mhm.
So once Saka gets the ball, you have Nuno Mendes, and one person from the midfield goes to support.
Of course, right?
That's what they were doing,
Because they know that Saka
right?
is the main person.
So even for Martinelli was the same thing, right? So and I don't know, like they were a bit too predictable. Like I knew what they were about to do before they do. I'm like, you can't really score PSG this way,
Mm-hmm.
right? Catch them unawares, do something that they don't expect. There's a chance that Saka tried where he did croqueta, he did a croqueta in the box, and
Mm-hmm.
he played it towards the keeper. He almost scored. Something like that. When you are not predictable, when they brought in Waneri, that Declan Rice dispossessed the ball, Waneri carried it. So they are doing something unexpected,
Mm-hmm.
right? I expected that as Waneri, the ball went
Even
to Waneri,
the pass to
you should not
Martinelli
you should not even have
from
passed.
Lewis
Just
Kelly.
take a shot.
No, no, the pass to Martinelli from Skelly. I don't know if you saw that chance. Pass to Martinelli
I
from
saw
Skelly
I
that
saw that
Martinelli
one
had a
too.
chance. Mm-hmm.
So it has to be something. I don't know. Okay, let me put it like this: it's first half of this tie. If Ateta goes through, if
Mm-hmm.
if Ateta goes through, right, he's going to win the Champions League. I don't think he will go through.
You think Arteta will beat Barcelona?
He can.
Let's say
He's the
Barcelona
champion.
goes through.
He
You think
can.
Arsenal can beat Barcelona?
Arsenal can. It's football. It's football. Kingsley is football.
I
If you
disagree.
turn up, if you turn up, it
I think Andy, I think you're hyping Premier League teams more than you should
no.
be.
No, I'm not happy.
Barcelona is not Real Madrid.
I know, but
Barcelona
at the
is not
same
Real
time, if
Madrid.
they are going to okay, let's dive into Barcelona Inter Milan,
Okay, let's dive into
right?
that. Let's dive
They
into that.
need to cross that hurdle.
Mm-hmm.
What's your prediction?
I will still lean Barcelona.
So how many was the score going to be? Anyway, Inter Milan's form has not been good.
I'll
They
see. Yeah,
lost they lost
Inter
two
lost their
games in
last.
the league.
Yeah, they've
They've
not been in
gone from
form their last
from
couple games.
first to like second. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's a good time for Barcelona to meet them.
And take
Barcelona
advantage of
just
it. Yeah.
won the Copa del Rey now.
Yes, they're on a
They're on a
high.
high, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Barcelona, I don't know. What's your prediction? If I was to ask you your prediction,
I'm going to lean Barcelona. Barcelona to win. I'm going to lean Barca to win.
by how many score? What's the score? You say
Maybe more than a goal, more than one goal. But then I don't have like a particular number of goals in my head. But Barcelona to win, they're right now they're just unstoppable. Like
draw. I'll
they're
go for
such
a draw.
they are such a good team. You
I'll go
know,
for a draw.
I don't see it being a draw. Barcelona to win because like when you think of the combination between Lamine
Mm,
Yamal, Rafinha,
mm.
the whole team, how they play from the midfield, Pedri, De
I
Jong.
I, lo- I
Like
love
these guys are just they are when I think of teams that are complete, these
yeah
are teams that come to my mind like like Barcelona, PSG,
PSG.
Liverpool. Like these
So
are teams that
so
every
between
position just
between
has really good
PSG between
players.
PSG, I feel like between PSG and Barcelona in
Mhm.
terms of defending, PSG is much better. A
Between
bit,
PSG and Barcelona, yeah,
a bit,
okay.
a
Mm-hmm.
bit. Not I won't say much. I'll say a
We,
bit because
honestly, we might expect a PSG Barcelona final. I think I'm calling it early, but
and you know
I think so.
another thing. There's something like you just said. Maybe the whole world is actually disrespecting PSG because
I think yes.
PSG has been to the semi-final about 6 times now,
Yes.
and they've never gone through the
I
semi-final.
think
Okay,
I think PSG might win
apart from
Champions
the
League.
Thomas Tuchel time,
Mm-hmm.
right? They've gotten the semi-final and they've left. Gotten the semi-final and they've left. They've
Mm-hmm.
never. I think it's just one final they've been to. I can't remember, but I think so, off the top of my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going to be a hard one to call, but
Mm-hmm.
I still feel for Arsenal, I still feel Arsenal can go through. I still have that feeling, right? I'm not going to write it, but the only issue I have with Arsenal is I feel like their form from the form from when they played Crystal Palace is the same Arsenal we saw. That kind of You're not sure what they will give. The game is so predictable. Do you get that sort of thing? That
Yeah.
sort of vibe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same, exactly the same vibe I get,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I don't know what people in the comment section think, right? L- You guys should drop a comment. Let us know. Oh, what do you say? Arsenal fans. Arsenal wants to fall his hand.
Is Austin an Arsenal fan? Austin, are you an Arsenal fan?
No, he's an AC, I think he's an AC Milan fan. You say he put his trust in them. Everybody, even me,
I don't know why.
right?
How do you
I
put
was
your?
so disappointed. I was so no, no. The thing is, if you lose, there's a way you lose a game
Mm-hmm.
that you know that boys, you guys played, you guys played.
AC
But
Milan. AC Milan is such an interesting team to support.
these are football maestros now. They're most in our football maestros. They've been in the game for long. When football was still football, not now that people are just kicking the ball around,
But AC
right?
Milan is so specific.
Right.
It's so
So,
specific.
so
Yeah.
that's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a way to lose a game. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think Arsenal lost the game in the right way,
Okay.
right? I've
But
coached
about
games.
1-0 is
I've
kind of like it's not
I've
too
coached
bad
no
now.
no no. I've coached games where okay, my team lost, but people
Mm-hmm.
will tell you, "Wow, that was a good game. You lost." They will be like, "Wow, your team did extremely well."
Mm-hmm.
Do you get so? I didn't get that vibe about Arsenal. Like, oh, you guys were really, like you said, you guys were really good,
Mm-hmm.
and you deserved a draw.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't deserve anything from this game, if you ask me. They
I agree.
good. They
Yeah.
created chances. They had upside. Their keeper was great, but that was just about it, right?
Oh, he has a soft spot for Arsenal because of Kanwango. Wow. OG, OG. But yeah, I mean, no much. I don't have that much expectations for Arsenal going into the second leg in Paris. I mean, I've already said this multiple times, but I just see PSG being a very
Too
strong
strong
side.
for them.
And if it ends in a draw in
And I
Paris,
feel and
it might
and I
be 0-0 draw.
and I feel like
Yeah.
their coach too. Tactically, we are seeing things from him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's played Arsenal in this Champions League already.
Yeah.
He lost. He's learned from that. It feels like he learns from the first time he met Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. Knows what to
PSG
expect.
PSG beat them 2-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
PSG Doka say don't put your trust in Arsenal. No one
Mm.
puts their trust in Arsenal these days, but it's what it is, right? But yeah, Barcelona, Inter Milan. I'm not ruling Inter Milan's form is bad. I'm not ruling Inter Milan out
Mm-hmm.
because in this tie, Barcelona Inter Milan, Inter Milan is going to teach Barcelona how to defend. The defensive side of the game. That's what Barcelona is going to learn from Inter Milan. They are young. They are young kids. I
You
know
keep
you
saying
say football, football.
you keep saying young kids, young kids. These same young kids won Copa the Copa del Rey. These
True,
same young
true,
kids
true,
are playing at the
true.
highest level. Like, what does young have to do with football? Like, we need to stay away from this
No,
young
but when I mean
experience.
when I
Inter
mean
really has
young,
experience. Like,
I mean in the
Inter really has
Champions League.
experience. So what? So what? Inter
I
has
mean it,
experience.
I mean in the Champions League. They
Mm-hmm.
have experience.
I mean,
This this
okay, you
group
have
this group
experience. What does
this
that?
group
What does
has
that
been to the
do?
final. They've been to the final. They lost.
What does that have to do with the semi-final, though? That
He
has
has a
nothing.
lot. Experience matters, right?
I absolutely disagree. It's who plays well on that day. You're going to Barcelona's house. This is a team that know how they want to play.
Have
They
you
have a proper style of play and attack.
when last did you watch an Inter Milan game?
Me,
Yes.
it's been a minute since I watched an Inter game.
Good. You need to watch them.
Like watch
You
a full game. I've watched like their
in
build up play
Inter
and stuff.
yeah,
But
so
then
full game Inter Milan. You nearly cry. The
why?
way
Because of the
the
defense.
the way Inzaghi sets them up,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just like it's not the way Mourinho used to set up his teams, like when he used to defend. It's
Mm-hmm.
not that way. But at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like an upgrade on Arsenal in terms of defending.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal, they defend when they want to defend.
Okay.
Do you get? But you see, they is more or less like they are defending to set traps for you. Once you fall into that trap, two passes, 1-2, they're in your box 18 already.
Mm.
Three people, 1-2, they're in your box 18 already, and they score. It's really quick. It's really quick,
I don't know. I
right?
think the Barcelona
Austin
team
is
have
saying,
what
remember
it takes.
Inter Milan did against Barcelona
I
during the
think this
Pep days.
Barcelona team they have what it takes. That's what I think. I think they have what it takes. I don't really see Inter doing anything spectacular. I think Barcelona can beat Inter Milan. I think this first
Over
leg
2 legs, yes.
over 2 legs, yes, and I think this first leg Barcelona would actually win. Oh, you
Austin is
still
saying
pick.
he still pick Arsenal Barcelona.
You guys drop. You guys tell us your predictions for the final. What teams do you think will get to the final? Tell us.
I'm
Arsenal
predict
versus.
if it's Ars, but I'm not even sure Arsenal can even beat Barcelona with what they did today.
Arsenal cannot beat Barcelona, man.
I don't even think they can beat Inter Milan. Inter Milan is even a worse opposition for them.
Why are you picking Arsenal to get to the final? I thought
I'm picking Arsenal because
I don't want leaning towards
PSG.
PSG getting to
No,
the
no, no.
final.
The thing is that PSG has always PSG has always disappointed us in one form or the other.
Not this team.
Oh,
A team that can lose 1-0 to Liverpool in their house, come to
mhm.
Anfield, which is one of the craziest grounds to play, and still
Yeah,
win at Anfield, saying that we are going to win and
yeah,
win.
but
Is a team that not only has the skill set, they have the mentality. I don't
true,
think Arsenal would go
true,
to
and
Paris
this
and win.
and the way
Absolutely
the
not.
coach sets them up too.
Absolutely not.
He's understood the team, right? So yeah,
Oh, Barcelona gets you. Who else will get to the final apart from Barcelona? Guys, tell us. Tell us. Give us your predictions for the final.
crazy. But to be honest, I was disappointed today. I
Mm,
was really disappointed. I was not only disappointed, I was disappointed at the quality of the football. Do you
mm-hmm.
get? I think we now that are neutral, and Austin, people in the chat can drop a comment and tell me what they think. People that are neutral and watch the game, we didn't get that. Do you get what that? The last round felt like it was. We saw so
Heated.
hungry, so much tension. I didn't get that today.
Mm,
I just felt like PSG, they are chilling today. They're on the beach, right? They're on the
yeah.
beach. There was no much hard work and sweat. Give us end to end. PSG attack. Ryan makes a save.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal attack. Donnarumma. That's what we want to watch. The neutrals. We want to watch football that we enjoy. Take some notes. Oh, Sababa, this coach knows what he's doing. I'm seeing the tactics. Today, I just feel like Arsenal. What Ateta? What are you trying to do? I get what PSG is trying to do. We've always gotten what he didn't change anything.
Yeah, I don't. He didn't make any
The
changes.
same, the same way they played against
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool,
Same way.
going down, Aston Villa, the
Mm-hmm.
same thing. So if
Mm-hmm.
he's played the same way, why didn't you have a plan for him? And exactly, I expected Arsenal to score a goal,
Mm-hmm.
right? Why didn't you have a plan for him? Right? I just feel like Ateta did not. His preparation for this game was terrible. His changes were too late. Too late. Why are you bringing Waneri at 90 minutes? Is it that you don't trust other people on your bench? Now, the problem I have now is that okay, the league is gone. They play Bournemouth this weekend. If I was Ateta, I'll rest everybody. Declan Rice, Partey, even to the keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Just rest all of them. Let them be on the bench. Yes. They've
There's
lost the
no
league.
point. There's no point.
They've
Yeah.
lost the yes, they've lost the league. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to fight. This is the only trophy you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Rest all of them, Saka, just keep them on the bench. Use Waneri, use the young boys. You can
Mm-hmm.
Louis Kelly, just keep him on the bench. Okay, you can use Louis Kelly if you
But
want to.
honestly, if he does that, I would
Yeah,
actually lean towards maybe that game going to penalties. I'll actually lean towards that. If he's
when
able
they
to
go to
rest,
Paris,
yes, when they go to Paris, if he's able to rest,
players, yeah,
I do think that yes, he has a chance.
yeah. So that's what you should do. But as we all know, Ateta, how he thinks. His thinking is different from all of us. A man that wants to chase the 5 trophies or 6 trophies, you've not won anything in the last 3 years. Your team are aging. Give them a trophy. That should be your focus. Give them just one trophy. If it's
Yeah.
Premier League, you want to go. You mustn't. You want to die on Premier League. Premier League, Premier League, Premier League. You've not even won anything,
I agree that this team that Teta has,
right?
they deserve a trophy. They
Right.
deserve a
So
trophy.
that's just
They are
what I'm
good.
saying. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not fair. These guys are getting to their peak.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? They are not there yet, but they are getting to that peak. My fear is that they will peak probably next year.
Mm-hmm.
Next year is when they will really peak. You add
Yeah.
maybe 2 more people, add a
Yeah. Get a
quality
proper
striker,
striker. Mm-hmm.
proper number 9, and just
Mm-hmm.
get rid of Hazard, Harvard, or what's his name is, the musician. Get
Kai
rid
Havertz
of
is
him.
Saudi.
Yes, to anywhere, to MLS, to Saudi, whatever. Get rid of him. Let's be
Mm-hmm.
done. Do you get? And get proper players. Midfield. We can even give him Kopama if he wants Kopama to win this league. It will benefit him more than us. I'm talking from a Chelsea fan base. If he wants Kopama, come and take Kopama, win the league.
He doesn't
No,
need
no, no. The
Kopama.
thing is that it's reached a point where the whole community, the whole world, and people in the chat can attest to this. We're at a stage where it's turned to prayer and fasting for league. Okay, prayer and fasting. Now we've entered Champions League. We're praying
Mm-hmm.
and fasting for you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's the use, bro? How many millions has this guy spent? Honest Lord, la 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 la. How do you guys call him?
Honest
Honest Lord.
Lord.
He,
La la
his
la
his
la la.
his mates just
Hey,
won
you
the
guys,
league.
Liverpool, we won the league. We won
We
the league.
can
We
we
won the
can
league.
argue that he didn't build the team, but he adjusted it. He made tactical adjustment to the team.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now you've built a solid team. Win something with them. Do you know that if Arsenal, if what's to say we're praying for Arsenal? If Arteta leaves Arsenal and another coach
Yeah.
comes, do you
Mm-hmm.
know that coach will use this team and win the Premier League?
But I don't understand. Like, what is Ateta doing wrong? I don't think he's doing anything wrong. It's just
So
the nature
we
of
we
the competition. Like, some people win, some people lose.
Kingsley, and that's what we said throughout Arteta's journey as the Arsenal manager. He's been learning on the job,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. He's become extremely good learning on the job. But at this point, we're no more calling Arteta the student. He's
At the
big
beginning
head.
of this season, we
Yeah.
said that Arsenal needed 30 wins to win the league.
How many did they get? Did they get up to
Liverpool
20?
Liverpool won the league in 25 wins.
Imagine that.
So if Arsenal had
Imagine.
gotten anything close to 30, they would have won the league
That's
easy.
what they were saying, right?
We made the
So
call. Yeah, we made that prediction early on,
yeah,
but
and the league before they had 28 wins.
mhm.
They could not win it. They were short. We said okay,
If they just redid that same 28 wins this season,
they could have won the league.
they would have won. They would have won the league.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know the problem I'm having now? If he doesn't win this Champions League, it's a national disaster.
I think there'll be doubts. There'll be
There will be
doubts.
doubts everywhere in the hierarchy. The new
Mhm.
people that just came, why should we invest in another striker again? Oh, God, I hate talking about other people's club because my club is just in the
Anyways, let's wrap up. Let's wrap up. Final thoughts. Final thoughts.
final thoughts. Is just like the Ateta needs the players to understand is blood and sweat for the next leg.
Mhm.
They need to really play, fight. It has to be is a battle. Fight. They are fighting for their careers, fighting for it. They are fighting for a trophy. They didn't fight today.
Mhm.
Do you get? They need to when they go to Paris. That crowd is going to be. That's what I was telling Kingsley. You see what Austin said. You see, I wish Partey was around today for Arsenal. They miss Partey today. Like and I said, he's never appreciated Partey, but the work he does. If he doesn't want Partey and he doesn't appreciate, he should give Partey to Baka.
Is Partey
Or
not old and injury prone?
he's not injury prone. He's never injured. Partey is never injured. It's just like what's the name? The guy that he sold to Leverkusen,
Xhaka.
Shaka.
Mhm.
Are you telling me Shaka? Why did you allow Shaka go? What was the reason? Imagine he had Shaka and he added Merino and Rice. Come on. Are you telling me he will not win the league?
Anyways, my final thoughts. I do think that yes, Partey could have made a difference in the game,
Yeah.
but I still think this PSG team, they are such a good team, and them getting this win, they
Yeah.
deserve it. If Arteta is able to rest his players against Bournemouth,
Mm.
going into Paris, I strongly believe that it might end in a draw, and
A draw.
maybe
A draw is not enough.
and
What do you mean
maybe
draw?
maybe Arsenal
Penalty.
might make it over might make it over the line. Maybe they might make it over the line in Paris, but as it stands right now, I'm leaning more PSG. They have the advantage now. They have one goal lead going into going into PSG's house. I
Yeah.
don't think what happened against PSG Liverpool at Anfield will happen, in
It
Paris.
might. It
I don't
might.
think so. I don't think so. I don't think Arsenal have what it takes to defeat PSG in Paris. It absolutely would not happen. PSG deserve the win today, and I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see PSG moving on to the final.
Anyway, final thoughts for me is that, like I said, beginning of the season, watching us now is like watching a Netflix movie, right? I thought we're past this stage of we're watching a Netflix movie of where they play well, they come second, they don't win anything, right?
Mm.
The next leg has to be a do like there needs to be a fight,
Mhm.
right? Even if they go out, there needs to be a fight. At least go out on penalties.
Mhm.
Do you get? That's my expectation, and that's my advice to Ateta. His players need to come out and play. The neutrals need to enjoy the game. Do you
Mhm.
get? So that's my final thoughts.
All right, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow after the
Barcelona,
Barcelona versus Inter
Inter
Milan game.
Milan.
We gave
I'm
our predictions on the stream. I
yeah.
told Andy Barcelona they're just a super powered team. Lamine Yamal, Rafinha,
Mm.
man, all
They
the
are
stars
going.
on the team.
They are going
They're
to be
so
top
good,
defending
and
tomorrow.
I feel like experience has nothing to do with who's going
Okay,
to win that game tomorrow. So tomorrow after the game, we'll be here giving our
live.
thoughts. So
Yeah,
you guys make sure you join our stream tomorrow. All right,
yeah,
guys.
yeah. Bye bye.
All right.